Hello, YouTube family. This is 1 year to the date of my second 8 more pen questions. I did my last video, which ironically was my first YouTube video ever, last year on March 24th. So this year I'm actually filming this on the 24th. So I'm not sure exactly what day it will get posted. But I'm very excited to be doing my second round of 8 more pen questions. My pen experience over the last year or so has been quite lovely. Um, I've acquired some pens. I haven't given any away. I lost one, but it was a Gen How, so it was easily replaceable. So from that, we're just going to go forward with this second year of questions. And hopefully, when this does get posted, last year I posted my video upside down. So hopefully this year I don't post it upside down, and we'll show you all that I have gained some more experience in filming these videos. So question number 1, do you have different uses for different pens? I do not. I write with my pens. The only pen that I would consider myself as being like a specialty pen is my little glass dip pen that someone gave me. One of the vendors at the San Francisco Pen Show gave me. As you can see, it has floating glitter in it. It used to light up, but either I've damaged the top here or the battery's dead because it no longer lights up. I have not figured out how to use this. I mean, of course, I know how to write with it, but sometimes I think I'm either dipping too much ink onto it because it bleeds a lot. I'll show you that later. But if there's a different use for a pen than this glass dip pen, it's going to be the one. How do you choose the pens and inks that you will use next? That's question number 2. For me, I choose the inks first. I have lots of inks for someone that's been in this hobby about 2 years. I've acquired a lot of ink. So generally, I'll start with a new ink or a favorite ink, and then just kind of choose my pens from there. I don't have a lot of expensive pens, so it makes it easy for me to choose which ones I would like to use. Which pens do you prefer for longer writing sessions? I have an everyday carry, and that's pretty much what I use for my longer writing sessions. I did start journaling in January, so it makes it really easy for me to um, use this pen. I have told you all in all my other previous videos, this pen was literally a piece of crap when I got it. It's I call it a Moon Man. I think it's supposed to be like a replica of a Parker dual fold, but this is my favorite pen. I currently have it inked with a purple-ish ink. It's one of the Van Diemen's birds. What's the name of it? I can't remember. I'll tag it below when I get done with this video, but this is my most favorite of pens. I have it with me all the time. It's my everyday carry. It was one of the first pens I was gifted when I started this hobby. So this kind of reigns supreme in my heart for longer writing sessions, especially when I'm journaling. Um, what is your all-time favorite pen? Okay, don't laugh at me. My all-time favorite pen is a pen that I have not used. And the reason I haven't used it is because I can't figure out which color ink I want to put in it. And I refuse to ink this pen up until I figure out the perfect ink for it. But if anyone's interested, my all-time favorite pen is my Bennu Hot Toddy. It was an Endless Pens exclusive. I was also in the middle of a no-buy when I purchased it um, in October, November of 2024. And every time I think I'm going to ink it up, I play around with all of my inks, and I just cannot figure out what would be the perfect ink for this. I've had all kind of suggestions. People have suggested gold pens, gold inks. They've suggested green inks. They suggested burgundy inks. I haven't figured it out yet. So I've actually had this pen, let's just say November, December, January, February, March, going into April. So I've had this pen for 5 months and it has not been inked up yet. So if anyone would like to pitch in on what they think would be a great ink color to put in this pen, I'm open for suggestions. You can definitely send me an ink sample or something. Number 5, if you had to choose one nib size, which would it be? Or stub? I have 2 stub nibs. One is a Twisby and one is a Novelar. And then the Twisby is also unused. So that's another reason why I'm not buying more pens, is because currently I have 3 pens that are not in use. Still have not been inked, boxed, etc. But this currently, my Novelar Original Plus, it is a stub nib, and I am totally fascinated with it. When I first got it, it's one of these vacuum filled, I think that's what it's called, where you pull this plunger piece up and then you push it down to fill the barrel with ink. It is currently filled with the Anderillum Kingfisher Green. Beautiful, beautiful green ink. If you can get your hands on a bottle and you want a really nice green ink, I would suggest the Anderillum Kingfisher Green. In stub nib, Anderillum Novelar, they have become like 2 of my favorites. I actually won a collection of the Anderillum inks last year at the Miami Pen Show. So there goes that. That's why they're probably one of my favorites, because I have so much of their ink that I'm trying to go through. I did get this pen tuned up, and that's because I was writing with cheap paper. One thing I have not done as of yet is kind of gotten into buying the higher grades of paper. So if you like a stub nib, be careful with the type of paper that you write with it, because it will clog up your nib and you'll have to get it worked on. Favorite nib grind. Again, people, I don't have a lot of like specialty anything. I like these pens most of the time exactly the way I get them. If they skip or something, I can normally fix that, so it's not a big deal. So the only pen that I actually have that has a specialty nib grind is my Leonardo Supernova. I have the Waverly nib grind. Hold on, let me see if you can see this. The Waverly nib grind by Kirk Spear. He's a funny guy to me. I told him that I wanted this in a left oblique, and he refused to do it. I've never seen anyone like. But he was kind enough to do the Waverly nib grind for me on my Leonardo, and on the rare occasion that I allow others to write with it, they do tell me that it is a very smooth writer, and that they like the flow of the writer. So thanks to Kirk for deterring me from the left oblique and giving me a Waverly nib on my Leonardo. Um, for those of you that are new to my channel, oh, shameless plug right here to like and subscribe if you've watched up to this point, please. This is my only Leonardo to date. I am looking at another one, but again, I like what I like, and if I can't, if it doesn't just kind of leap off the table at me, I'm probably not going to buy it. But long story short, I wanted a Leonardo for some time, and I couldn't figure out which one I wanted. So I was very glad to pick this up last summer at the Miami Pen Show. Question number 7. If you could use only one ink for the rest of your life, what would it be? We're in Lent, and I'm not speaking negativity into my life at this time. So I refuse to answer this question, because what world would I have to live in that there's only one choice of ink? However, if I ever get to the point where I have to choose one, I can almost assure you that it will be green. I have a fascination for green inks. I'm not sure what happened here. I don't remember spilling any water. I just looked down and it was wet. So it is what it is. As you can also see, like I'm saying, I haven't really conquered the glass nib pen. As you can see here, the Anderillum Kingfisher green, just beautiful. The Wearing Y'all King Lear, again, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but it actually has turned out to be really a favorite of mine. Now, I'm not going to choose just one, but the Ferris Wheel Press Misguided Mistletoe. I love it. It was one of the first bottles of Ferris Wheel Press that I purchased. It is a true green, as you can see here. I love it. So if we ever get to a point where I have to run out of the house and I can only take one bottle of ink with me, I'm hoping that it's the Ferris Wheel Press Misguided Mistletoe. The Dieman Color Vent, I think it was 2023 in Sugar Snap. If some of you have watched like my earlier videos, I was literally pleading with people to send me a sample of this. No one ever did, so I bought one, and I'm kind of glad that I don't have a full size bottle of it. It just did not do what I thought it was going to do. Now, one thing I will say is that I was using it in a Kaweco sport, so maybe that's why I didn't really get what I like out of it, because I like this swatch, but I did not like that ink in that pen. Number 8, what is a deal breaker in pens and inks? I don't know. I haven't even gotten that far in this field for real to determine what is a deal breaker for me. Right now, the pricing would be the deal breaker. If I can't afford it, then the deal's already broken. Um, I am also figuring out that all of these inks are pretty much the same. I mean, yeah, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green inks, but they're kind of all the same. If you kind of look at them, they all got some kind of gold shimmer, blue shimmer, red shimmer. They shade to brown or something. So I think the deal breaker for me for inks would be if I just, like I said, I got 9 greens, so maybe I don't need more green because I probably am covering the spectrum of all things green. But other than that, I can't really think of any deal breakers other than just, me thinking that I have enough of something or me thinking that it's entirely too costly for where I am in this hobby. I would like to buy a pen with a gold nib, but I haven't found one that is kind of in my price range, but would also be something that I want. Again, if you have stayed to this point, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am trying to do so much better with this. I really, really am. And that is going to bring us to the bonus question. And that is, what is the one pen that everyone should have? And that, my friends, is the Jinhao 159. I think sometimes people say 159X or something similar to that. I have this currently filled with Van Dieman's, I think it's Neptune necklace. Don't like it. Thought it was going to be gold and it's coming out really brown. Maybe it's this pen, who knows? It's a $7 or $8 pen, so maybe it doesn't need Van Dieman's ink. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I say, I pretty much just like what I like. But if I had to recommend a starter pen for someone, it would be the Jinhao 159. Of course, this has like this gold toned nib. And is this the grip session? What do you guys call this part right here? I don't know. But again, this is a pen that I find myself carrying a lot. I had this exact same pen before. I was able to get another one and able to get the exact same one that was misplaced. And I'm quite happy about it. It's a little cheap pen, so I don't mind taking it with me. I don't mind letting other people hold it. It is heavy, so if you don't want a heavy pen, this may not be the Jinhao for you. But I recommend that everyone own at least one Jinhao. At this point, that's all 8 questions. I hope I answered everything. I feel like maybe I skipped one or something, but hopefully not. And if I did, someone will tell me. Thanks everyone for watching, and so excited to still be a part of this community. Have a good day.